Please let me in.
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
You said it.
Come on, guys, let's go for a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
So fetch. What is fetch? Oh, it's like slang from England.
I'm Charlotte Blackwood.
I'm Maverick.
Maverick? Does your mother not like you or something?
Chunk is dead. Don't say that. Never say that. Goonies never say die.
It is the Al Travis Show. We've got him. Senator Aric Putnam on the program with us. Love having you here. Senator, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, my friend. How about yourself?
You know, I don't know. I almost feel like maybe there's a break in the action, like, you know, the eye of the storm is passing us or something. I think we're on day like 9,618, if I were to count, of Minnesota being the front page of every news story across the world. So I'm feeling hopeful with whatever happened on Monday. President saying this Holman guy's coming. We're going to blow the other guy out. We'll lower the... Whether it works or not, I don't know. But didn't yesterday seem a little less tense than we've been having for the last week? Am I feeling something?
No, you know, I mean, first, this month has been the longest year in the history of months.
God.
Do you know what I mean? It's been nuts. And so
Yes.
I think we all desperately want a change in the temperature. But I agree. Like, I do feel like it's coming down a little bit. Like there might be a bit of optimism, but then I'm also not, in danger of being nabbed. So
Yeah, it's one other incident from blowing it all right back up again. I mean, let's not, so I mean, don't relax too much. We're not that far away. But it isn't just this. This is what's, you talk about the longest week this year's ever been or whatever. This started when Trump got back in the election, whatever, well, that was 18, 20 months ago, and then he gets shot, and then Biden's in, and then he's not. This has been nonstop weirdness for how long now? From the session not starting to two guys getting shot, killed, two guys getting, this is craziness what we've been through as a state.
yeah, it's super awful. And one of the things that gives me a little bit of hope is that there are a couple of our Republican friends who are actually starting to find their voice. It took them a long time, but you got to give props to someone like Jim Abler or Marion Rarick, like these people who are coming out and saying, look, this isn't okay. Or that gubernatorial dude who stepped down. Like, I'm glad that we're kind of coming together in our condemnation at the same time. We're really, what I like is we're starting to see the same reality.
Abler got lost in all this. I give him credit. We've had him on. I love Abler, quite frankly. Been on the show quite a little bit. That's not why we love the guy. I just like what he does. But he put that letter to the president. Now, that seemed like a year and a half ago, but it was like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
But that got swallowed up by the next day's headline. So, I mean, I don't think he'd even got what he was on the show, talked about it. When, worldwide, but it's still, like you say, maybe we're getting some momentum of people being able to figure this thing out and moving forward. We'll have to see. I don't know how Homan helps, quite frankly. He seems, I only see him on TV. He seems pretty cut and dry. Rule of law guy. I'm a cop. But maybe behind the scenes he talks differently. I don't know, but already he's talked to Walz and a Fry, and it just seemed different yesterday. I'll keep my fingers crossed. That's all we can go with. It does give us the ability on the program maybe talk some other stuff. Can we do that?
Oh, that would be weird.
Well,
Are we allowed not to talk about the apocalypse?
Well, some of us will call the election the apocalypse as well. That's coming up.
Yeah.
And here you are, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, you keep saying this over again." We are now, it's Wednesday, 6 days away from the caucuses in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I would like to mention once again to your team, a week later, we talked about this last week, you still have no one running for governor. What is wrong with your party? Now you laugh. Senator Klobuchar is supposedly on the Good Neighbor this morning, as I understand it. So, I mean, she's in. She just doesn't want to tell you she's in. I mean, is that what we're going with here? She's just in.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, part of this is understanding press dynamics, and obviously, like, everybody thinks that way, not just Amy. So I think she's trying to find the right moment to be respectful of the strangeness too, because my understanding she wanted to announce more recently, but then
all this stuff happened over the week. Yeah,
another guy gets killed, and you're like, whoa, maybe now's not the time.
Yeah,
but you're right. Like, given the way the world has been acting lately, like, she's going to declare in November because like another crappy thing is going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen. I mean, I presume the right in the caucuses will write her in. So, I mean, she's not out anything if she can't get it in by Tuesday. I don't think that hurts her at all. But the idea that her campaign people, I don't know who they are waiting for the opening in the news cycle. Yeah, that was in 1928. I mean, we haven't had it. So I don't know if you can play that game. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to throw in the thing and take your lumps and then just get working on it. That's just me. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right. And also, I think she's kind of underestimating her strength too, which is a bit of a surprise because, she could announce on a Sunday morning and everyone would still be like, all right, here we go. And she's still going to win. So I'm not really sure.
Here's what's weird about that. You say that no one is going to be surprised. The idea that we've waited this long and it's Amy, Senator Klobuchar. Sorry, I don't know why I call her first names because she reminds me on Amy. So I don't think she's going to get the big bump by getting in that you would expect because everyone expects us. You know what I mean? We've been 3 weeks here talking about it. So I think they lost a little something there, but I think she can afford to lose the little something. That's also Senator Klobuchar. So
I totally agree. I think you're spot on that. But it is
right.
It is kind of exciting for a lot of us because she brings a lot of energy and a lot of confidence and her own mojo, which I think is
well. It turns the game around. Mm-hmm. You have 15 now, 14 people running against walls because hey, they can smell blood in the water. We got the fraud. We got this, and I hope that isn't too. It was a shark thing, not a. Yeah,
that's all good.
Worry about okay. So they got the sharks in the water. We can go get this. I think Senator Klobuchar will clear a lot of the field on the Republican side.
Yeah,
you're shaking her head as radio.
Funny. I mean, you saw Lisa Damon say, "Oh, Amy Klobuchar is just another 4 years of walls." That's just fantastically dumb. Like no one's gonna believe that. Well, it's such an obviously desperate move because people were like, "Oh crap! I thought we had a weak candidate, and now we have."
Obviously desperate. Your side posts everybody they can is a Trump-like, right?
Yeah,
they're all
true.
Trump-like, and so we're gonna say you're all walls-like. It's like shocker. How do I put? Maybe being a DFL or Republican strategist might be the easiest gig ever next to, weather guy. I mean, seriously. Oh, they called us Trump. We're going to call them walls. Brilliant, Bob. Here's another $500,000. I don't know where they come up with this stuff, but they don't ask me. So anyway, I don't think that's much of a shocker. But let me ask you this, because you do follow along. I think as much as Klobuchar is upsetting that governor's race, I think Tafoya does the same thing in the Senate race. I think your side was thinking, either one of ours win. We're walking with this bad boy. I think it at least puts that in play. Is that fair?
No, I think that's totally fair. I don't know much about her other than her name.
Well, that's part of the thing, isn't name recognition.
Exactly. So,
that's a lot of money you don't have to spend when at least you know your name to start with. Yes.
Yeah. No, I think you're totally right. But at the same time, I think the dynamics as a whole change at the top of the ticket too. So Tafoya coming in makes a more competitive thing for Senate, but Amy coming in makes Senate more likely to go DFL.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. But I think the interesting thing about it, I'm not giving it to Tafoya already. They got to go through the whole thing. But Tafoya has Twitters that, were not pro-Trump, actually asked Trump not to run last time. I had talked to her about it on the show when she came on. And she goes, yes, that's where I was at, but she now believes Trump's done some good things, so evidently they're in syncopato now, they're better. But she has come out and said she didn't want Trump to run last time. She is also pro-choice, which...
I didn't realize that.
Profound pro-choice, which is... it's fine, you can be whatever you want, this is America, but if she can then still get the Republican nod, my opinion... that takes a shot out of the quiver of the Democrats saying, she takes that away. And that's that suburban thing. When I look at her more and more, if she can get the Republican nod, I'm not saying she does, that will make it a very interesting race.
That's all. I didn't know much of that stuff. That's. I think you're spot on that. But I got to ask you a question now. Though. Do you think that she gets through the endorsement process? What do you think the odds?
Well, see, this is the beauty of your party compared to the Republican Party. You guys. Lockstep, I shouldn't use that because it's kind of a Nazi term. You guys are in step. Walz is in. Everybody waited to see he was in. He's in. Walz gets out. Amy's next. No one gets in. Amy's next. We're going to Senator Klobuchar. I'm sorry, people. I shouldn't do that. So we'll wait for Senator Klobuchar. And everybody just waits. The Republican side, everybody with the $200 is in. Just throw your money in the hat. We'll see what comes out. It's a different way of doing it. And I don't know on this side. There are actually, for you folks who don't know, 10 people running for that Senate race on the Republican side. Yeah, look at your face. 2 of them don't even have pictures in the the Secretary of State, they haven't even got people to put headshots in. This is not a well-run organization. I don't know those people, but at least do that. But anyway, 10 people. You have White. We've all heard of White because he's ran twice, right? Ricey White, whatever, Rice. Senator Hand got in. You probably know Senator Hand. Got nothing when he got in because guess what? It was a bad timing thing. He's in. There's a Schwartzy guy. I know him only because I got a couple of emails. Don't know him otherwise. He's like an Army guy. And now Tafoya. Will she make it through that group? The interesting part about it is the three will rip on her for being pro-choice. The three will rip on her for not being a Trumpster. Will Trump support her? All of that is going to work against her. But if she does it, then I say you got to watch out. I can't tell you this. She'll make it through that. I don't know.
That would be a really, especially if Angie is the one who makes it through the DFL side, that would be a really interesting contest. But I got to say, this is the first time, just moments ago, first time anyone's ever accused Democrats of being disciplined. That's
no. Tell me I'm wrong though. You people,
it's fear, not discipline, because everyone knows they get their butt kicked.
Okay, but everyone's of the 10 in getting the Senate race, 9 are going to get their butts whooped. On the governor's race, 15 people are in, and one's going to get the nod, and they'll probably get their butt whooped. We at least play the game and want to be in it. You guys are like, oh, I got to wait for somebody to pass because I don't, it's like this. And I'm not saying it's wrong. You've won 25 years in a row or some weird number. You're on a roll. But it's a difference the way we look at it, and we hurt ourselves. I'm not ripping the Republicans. We will spend all summer ripping each other apart and then say, hey, we got 9 weeks. This is the person. Let's get behind him. Let's go. It's a crazy way of doing business. Crazy way. So we got to go to break.
I like the idea. Lots of people run for something. That's the way it ought to be. More people should run for things, but the people who do run should not be jackasses and mean to each other. That's my editorial there. Like, it's great to have 15 people running, but run well, and then we have some cool options.
It's Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment and Putnam's as well. Just don't rip on each other. Just get in. We'll be back after this with more. I've got him, Senator Aric Putnam.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
Chanhassen Dinner Theatres proudly presents Guys and Dolls, packed with comedy, romance, dazzling dance numbers, and unforgettable characters. This Tony Award-winning Best Musical takes you from the gritty streets of New York to the colorful cafes of Havana. It's a high-rolling musical spectacular everyone will love. Don't wait. Visit chanhassendt.com and grab your tickets today. Guys and Dolls. Chanhassen Dinner Theatres, always entertaining you.
me.
You know that comment you said to the radio? The thing that we got wrong?
Clearly, Brussels sprouts are the worst vegetable.
Call us and let the world know your thoughts. 855-257-7469. That's 855-ALS Show.
I've got him, Senator Aric Putnam, on the program. Side note, quick, sir. Everybody loves Paper-Mate pens. I love my Paper-Mate. You can't let staff help. Producer went and bought some pens, ran out of pens, and he bought those fine point ones. They're garbage. You can't stand them. Throw them away. You can't write. It has to be medium or larger, right? I mean, in a pen. Tell me I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fine point. Stop it, Paper-Mate. Don't make them so much.
You're not like what frustrates me in the world is the ballpoint. I can't. I don't have the strength to push the ballpoint down any longer. At my age, I need something I can just kind of glide across the paper with.
Got a second hand on top to put the pressure on. Yeah, ballpoints are ridiculous. They never should have done. Okay, side note. Let's get off of that real quickly because we get to talk about other things, and I'm loving this.
Yeah.
So yesterday, for folks who didn't pay attention, because I don't know, some things were going on. Evidently, there was a snowstorm down south. It took us off the front page. We had 2 elections yesterday. The entire House and Senate could have flipped, and guess what? Republicans didn't even run one in one of the elections, so we weren't going to change that seat. Everything stayed the same. Your thoughts on going back to work with the, 67, 35, 34? It's the same. What are your thoughts about going into that next year?
You know, we're not going to get anything done this session anyway, by and large. It's going to be pretty low expectations in the first place when it's not a budget year. We got to get a bonding bill done. So, and it's an election year, so I think everyone wants to get back to their districts to pretend like they represent them. So, I think... I don't know. I don't pay I should, and don't tell anybody this, but I don't pay super close attention to political dynamics in the House.
Okay.
Well, I'm stuck on trying to get my own job done, and then we'll see if they can do theirs too.
Let me ask you this. So you talk a good game. You're going into this thing, 3 weeks from now, some crazy number like that? I think it's 3 weeks. I would have told you in whatever it was, June, it was going to be firearms, right? The Hortman-Hoffman shootings, and that's not. We're going to get. We're threatening a special session to do just that. And then I would have said, okay, this fraud thing has gotten off the charts. We got to fix it. That would have been the only thing you're talking about in 2026. Now it's ICE, right? I mean, what is it you're going to be talking about at the Capitol? What is it?
Oh, I think we're going to be talking about all 3 of those things a fair amount, but I'm not sure that we're going to get a great deal accomplished in any of those areas. But it's totally good. We already have a whole fleet of fraud stuff to deal with. We're going to bring back the Office Inspector General that Heather and I worked on so much.
Well, yeah, you can bring it back. It didn't go anywhere. The House didn't even vote on the thing.
I know, but that's their fault. We're doing our job. So,
okay, but that's frustrating, sir. I'm sorry. We did our job. Don't you go over there and knuckle sandwich some of these people? Just do the ruler thing on the knuckles and say, get with it. Stop this.
There's very little we can do. I mean, they're totally different. They're almost totally different corporations. There's 4 separate caucuses, and they're 4 different businesses, 4 different bank accounts, 4 different, personality.
But you get how the rest of us just want it done. We sit here talking about it. Fraud is off the charts. Maybe we'll get talking about that again now if we get ICE here. And it's off the charts. And you can't find a human that says I'm pro fraud. There's no one that says it.
Yeah.
But we won't fix it. Not all of you. You get my point? I don't want to hear about the different businesses. Get it done.
No, I totally agree with you. But here's what I think is likely going to happen is we're going to come up with a couple things that are tepid and don't do any good, but let everybody pretend like they did something. I think that's what's going to happen. And I know you don't like that, and I hope you know that I don't like it either. I'm just so cynical that I sort of expect it to go.
We're going to do that. You know Play number 1. Okay, we'll do that again. Yeah, I know what you're saying, and you're probably 100% correct, but that will drive this guy crazy on this show. Because it is
all 3 of those issues, all 3 of those really big issues that really matter to people. I think we're going to come up with stuff that's whatever. And,
I voted for that. Vote for me. That's what we're going to get done. Son of a biscuit. I hate it when you tell me the real truth.
Sorry.
Dang it. I appreciate you.
I'll get better.
Appreciate you.
Work on
it. You stay with the group you're hanging with. Sooner or later, you'll figure it out. I appreciate you, my friend. I really do.
You're awesome, dude. Take care.
He's Senator Aric Putnam on the Al Travis Show.